Funniest thing about the 4B movement is it always comes from women that look more masculine than the men that they're talking about. And you know the exact women I'm talking about that have like the septum piercings, the different color hair, that literally are so far in their masculine role that the men weren't even looking in their direction in the first place.
Oh wait, you mean this type of angel right here? Nah, this is the part where you're wrong. I'm always looking twice in her direction to make sure she doesn't come any closer.
You're right about the feminine. They do hate men, that's for sure. How did you come to recognize that they hate men?
Well, the breaking point was recently, a few months ago, my girlfriend of 6 years left me, and the man that she left me for was a toxic male. He was the type of male that I thought we were fighting against. But for some reason, she's gone with him and threw me to the side. And if they want to do that, that's fine, because I'm not going to participate in toxic masculinity and this type of game where you're just going to use me as bait or a designated driver to get you to your protest.
There's a lesson to be learned here, and that would be stop being a pushover. Learn to respect yourself, grow a pair, and don't let anyone else ever again walk over you. I obviously don't know your case, I don't know who she left you for, but I'm gonna go on a limb here and say she didn't leave you for some toxic man. She left you because she respects more the masculinity you call toxic and you so much despise. This is quite sad, to be honest, and I'm not even bashing him. What we're seeing here is the face of young men who grew up with no role model, or this type of role model.
You raised by your father, mother?
No, just my mother.
Oh, where's your father?
I don't know. I don't want to meet him.
Why not?
Well, because my mother says I don't want to, and I there's no reason to.
And maybe it's just about time you start questioning that decision. Maybe it's time you start questioning what she told you. She said you don't want to meet him. You're at the age where you should want to do what you want. Like I said, this is just sad.
Because your mother said it? Why you believe your mother? Your mother's jealous of your father. She won't let you see him.
I don't think that's what it is. My mother is also against toxic masculinity, and she is also against patriarchy. And my father was a very toxic male.
How you know that?
Because I see videos and photos of from when I was a baby, and one of the videos is him with a bunch of other men in the backyard, all drunk, drinking beers.
What's wrong with that?
Well, they're just acting like idiots. I can just tell through the video his personality is just not somebody I'd want to meet.
Are you just like your mother?
Yes, I am.
She used her own hatred on men to destroy her own son. My guy, you need to wake up and realize that she is the one, in fact, who's toxic.
Men used to go to war, and now they punch the wall because of video games.
Men used to go to war, but now they can't even make girls come.
Oh!
Burn.
Ow! Men used to go to war, and now they unsend their messages when you don't reply back fast enough.
We're petty creatures, we are.
Men used to go to war, and now they stress when they run out of watermelon vape.
Men used to go to war, but now they're addicted to fruity vapes.
Men used to go to war, and now they cry when they get caught cheating.
How have we gone on this spiral downhill? Men used to go to war, but now they ask to split the bill.
Oh, no. Men used to go to war. Now they think sending a fire reaction on IG story is a good way of flirting.
It is!
It's the best way!
I'm shooting my shot.
Literally, I'm telling you how I feel through that fire react, alright?
Men used to go to war, but now they want to be the little spoon.
Yeah, we do! Men used to go to war, and now they can't even open a door for you.
I can't do anything right. I can't do anything right.
Man used to go to war, and now the two of you go to the bathroom together to see if you synced your periods.
So does the wage gap exist?
I just think you're brainwashed. Something.
You think I'm brainwashed?
I think that there is a lot of expectations for women to behave a certain way.
Are there not expectations for men to behave a certain way too?
Yes, there are.
I would almost argue it's easier to start a business in America as a woman. You have preferential treatment when it comes to loans, preferential hiring processes. Literally just because you're a woman, women are the majority of college graduates. Life being a woman, I feel like in some ways kind of life on easy mode if you play into the corporate structure. They literally have empowerment programs that they don't allow men, let alone straight white men in. There's literally a multi-billion-dollar corporate push to empower women. You know, you think I'm brainwashed, you can think that, but you also espouse an ideology that you can't even give me literally one example why you actually believe it, let alone define it, but you just slap that label on because that's what mainstream society has told you to believe. So I think you're actually the one who's brainwashed.
I'm brainwashed.
Girl, you are so based.
Thank you.
She absolutely is, and shout out to her. The first one with the dark hair was using an idea that is not even hers. And because it's not even her own idea, she can't bring any arguments to support that idea. That's why she immediately went for the insults, aka brainwashed. This other lady brought in actual arguments to support her idea, and how easy it is to spot the differences between the two of them.
Single moms flirting posts why are men no longer as obsessed as they used to be over women. The parasite guy says simple, cause someone took a giant dump in the dating pool, which I think we can all agree with. And you know, women had it for hundreds or thousands of years. They had this perfect plan that they could get guys to simp and do all this stuff for them. But what ruined it was social media. Now women posting all of their stories, their thought processes, their strategies about how many men they're sleeping with and how they use this man for the free dinner and how they sleep with the bad boy but they don't sleep with the good guy and all of that stuff. I think social media has revealed the giant fat turd that is going on in the dating pool today.
Yeah, that's great and all, but am I the only one who sees the irony in here? Single moms flirting are complaining about the dating pool. Single moms flirting are complaining about men not being as obsessed about women as they used to be. You slept with them and got pregnant by them. Are you complaining about those men or the ones who want nothing to do with you because you're single mothers?
I think the culture war has honestly been lost to decadence and degeneracy.
So there's no hope.
I mean,
we've lost.
I think the culture war has been lost. We're 2 blocks away from UCSB, frequently ranked the #1 party school in the US, major hookup culture here. I would say across most universities and colleges, there is a major hookup culture. And then beyond college, there's a major hookup culture. I really think it's going to be a challenge to walk that back. I don't see
how about instead of walking it back, we as a generation and as a society acknowledge we are at the end of our road. We've never struggled more as a society from a cultural perspective than we are right now, despite living in arguably the most progressive and advanced society ever. We're miserable. So much so that a third of us as women in our teenage years and a significantly higher portion of men in their young adult years say we don't even want to be here at all. So maybe rather than walking back, we choose a new path forward.
We kind of already did. In higher numbers and in increasing numbers, Gen Z men tend to be more conservative. And in return, Gen Z women tend to be more liberal. The one point they all agree on is they're staying away from each other. Gen Z women are saying they're not dating those men, and Gen Z men are saying they're not dating those women. And in the end, I believe it's gonna work out great. Those men who tend to be more conservatives are gonna wait. They're gonna build up their lives, they're gonna build up relationships with family and friends, and they're gonna wait until they find a girl with the same moral and values as theirs. They're still gonna get married, they're still gonna have kids, and they will instill the same moral and values into their own kids. Women, on the other hand, they are gonna be left alone and behind with no possible suitors. And they're already on social media crying they can't find a good man because, in all honesty, good men are not gonna go anywhere near them, and the number of them going on social media and cry they can't find a good man is only gonna increase. Like I said already, it's gonna work out great in the end. The next generation of kids are gonna be raised by parents with good moral and values, and as for the other part, as they say, the trash will take itself out. But anyway, this is me. Let me know if you disagree and with what in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.